And we are back after a busy weekend.
Here we are in the future. I can't believe we've come so far.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, here we are. This is your host, Joe.
And Lorne.
Welcome to episode 432
of the Dead Pixels
of the Internet. You getting popular over there?
Oh yeah, he just replied back. So yeah,
Well, we're getting there. Then,
yeah, we are getting there, son. We are getting there. So I want to say, like, quick special thanks to the Chicago Expo. Chicago
Comics Entertainment Expo,
or C2E2 for short, for inviting us for this year's C2E2. A second year in a row. It's beautiful. It was great. It was awesome. It was fantastic. It was big and it's like I said, me and Joe always do these cons, and we always be like, oh man, like covering cons. It's like, oh, all this and that, but like pretty much going to something like this big, and like we'd be like, oh man, I can't believe we're covering one of the biggest conventions like in the Midwest.
Yeah,
and
it's one of the bigger.
And just like, this is crazy. This is mind-boggling. And just like, wow, I can't believe we are covering this convention. I like to just pretty much say thank you to like the press, to the press, to the staff of C2E2, like even like just the whole con itself. Just thank you and like for everything, for us to cover your lovely convention and continue with this partnership that you guys let us have, and we're going to. If you keep letting us in, we will keep on coming back, and we will keep getting like details of what we like about the con, what we enjoy about the con, like our con experience, and we working with interviews and working with different other people on the showroom floor. It just felt great. I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah. You know what I liked?
What?
The cha-cha slide.
Oh, from the Revolution, from the Revolution Brewery Company. Oh yeah. Also on the side note, I won free tickets for C2E2. Thanks to shout out to Revolution Brewery, by the way.
Yeah.
Hashtag Revolution Brewery. Hashtag I do enjoy a size 1 enough. If you guys still have a 1 enough, hashtag 1 enough, because guess what? A can of 1 enough is just 1. You don't need nothing else if you have a can of 1 enough, because that boy is strong on. I mean, strong on. It will knock you on you. It will knock you on your butt. Well, wait, knock you on your ass.
Oh,
regardless, wow. It is. I'm not a beer drinker, but if I am, Revolution, you my guys. So even though like, oh yeah, they should. Like even though like, oh yeah, they Chicago on. Yeah, they still. Shouts to them. Thank you. Hold on, let's see. I know their names. Well, the person who let's see. I want to say a special shout out to Nick and Ann at the Revolution merchandise booth in the yard at C2E2. Thank you so much, Revolutionary Brewery. Thank you so much for the free tickets, and like for the free tickets you guys got that y'all pick a randomized, and shout out to Lewis too, who pretty much tagged me on it, and like thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Definitely a lot happening this C2E2 weekend.
Yeah, and let's just get into it then. C2E2, it happened. It came. It's gone. It was cold. It's nice. It was beautiful. It was big. Also, we had a little special guest too. My daughter, at her first convention, she went for the first time. She was interested to going there, and I will tell you her one comment she said. Was a lot of walking. Lots of walking.
Yeah, to cover that much floor.
Yeah,
there's a lot of. Well, also this is also one of the first times we've drove there.
Yeah,
because we usually take the
public transportation.
Even then, if we took the public, we still have to do walking.
Yeah, no. Regardless, that McCormick Place is a whole lot of walking.
Yeah.
So there's no like, oh well, this and that, like that's different. No, it's just walking a lot.
Yeah,
it is lots of walking, and pretty much she enjoyed her con experience. Yeah, and she was always super cool.
The Pokemon.
Indeed, I did get the Pokemon.
I even had to search up online like green monkey Pokemon, and then there's like another one already. I'm like, well, that ain't it. Like, there's already a green monkey, and I was wrong about it.
Like, nope, that's not right. That ain't it. That's not lit. That's not cool.
Saw your friend, the tattoo artist.
Yeah, I saw Albert Smart. He was tattooing people up, and I was like, "Hey," he's like, "That must be my friend Lorne. I recognize that voice." So I was like, "Yeah, it is." And he was like coming by in the shop. I was like, "Yeah, I am."
Immediately, though.
Mm-hmm. What is this con? Oh, yeah, that's for the Game Pass. No, I was just looking at my transactions for my card.
Oh,
so yeah.
I thought you were talking about something else. Like, what did you say?
But no, it
got sold out.
Yeah, sold out. But no, it's in pretty much in the near future. I need to talk to middle producer. No. No, because tattoos.
Oh,
so yeah.
I see.
Yeah, getting more.
You getting more?
Yeah.
You're gonna get that cheese one you've always wanted?
The cheese and the wine?
Yeah.
I so want to do that, but I'm
or
not sure.
Or the Shoryuken one still? Hadouken or Shoryuken?
I think Shoryuken, like probably just like here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Just something like I would probably ask, see how much that is. If it'd be like a dirt cheap, I'm like, yeah, sure.
Like it's
but he
not an entire sleeve.
True, but I like with that. I just want something like just be there, then like have some like something to
that's
cover
cool.
up.
Like if you're just like on the computer, you're like that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're playing, I don't know,
any fighting game, Shoryuken someone up to the sky.
And you're like, yeah, look, it's right here.
It's right here, boys. But also my friend also like pretty much took third place in Street Fighter 5, which I'm like, motherfucker, I think I could took first. If I stayed.
Which location?
At C2E2.
Oh, I thought you were talking
So
about
I was like, no, not Ignite. And I was just like, I think I could took first place.
Oh yeah?
I think
you
I
think
could.
there was scrubs?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious because I don't know what the scene for C2E2.
Maybe, like I said, maybe it was not some scrubs, but at the same time, I think I could place.
I think
but the thing is, like, no, just I had my daughter with me.
Yeah,
it was like
there was not much we could like sit down and do without having to involve your daughter in it and all stuff. She saw the R2D2. That was cool.
she saw R2D2. No, she saw a lot.
She saw more like, hey, it's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like she's like Star Wars. I know Star Wars, and she saw Katana from Mortal Kombat. I said, "What do you know about Katana?" And she's like, I've played Mortal Kombat before. I said, okay. I'm thinking like, not with me, but I was just like, how you know about that Mortal Kombat life? You know about that Mortal Kombat life, but at the same time, she, my daughter, I taught her some combo moves playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which I'm pretty sure she don't remember at all. But if I'm that type of asshole parent who pretty much be like, I want you grind to be a successful in this game, I would not do that.
If I were not the type.
If I was not the type, I would not do that. Which I'm not. I would not do that. But you was cosplay as Bro Thor. Or Hobo Thor. Hobo Thor?
Hobo Thor.
But his name is Bro Thor. Because he's such a bro.
That's what it's supposed to be called.
But
according to the Russos, who actually made the thing.
But everybody said Hobo Thor. I say yes, that's his name, Hobo Thor.
A lot of people don't want to get the full size Stormbreaker. They always
they get the small one.
I'm like, dude, get the big one. It doesn't seem right with
the baby one. Like no, it's not gonna happen. Like no, get the full size.
Yeah, that's what you need.
But there was a whole lot of Bro Thors there, which I was like, oh man,
there's a lot of Marvel. That's all.
A lot of Marvel. I'm pretty sure
that was kind of funny, weird to me. There was not a lot of Overwatch, in this day and age. We got to that point, like, man, I mean, it took over for like those 2-3 years,
and not anymore.
And I'm like, man, there was like barely any Overwatch I saw. It felt weird. I'm like, that scene is changing when you can feel it.
Well, because it just. I'm not going like you've been on that train, that hype train. Yeah. It just seemed like once you got to a certain point in time, you're like, okay, anything new will be with the game, and there's like Overwatch 2. It's just Overwatch 1, but with 2 new characters and new game modes, and a single player campaign, which they could go.
I don't know. That's all I can say.
They're going down the Street Fighter 5 path, which I'm afraid of bad things may occur. Because Street Fighter 5 vanilla was suck ass. It was not that good. And I have the same vibes from Overwatch 2.
I hope it's not a full thing.
It's going to be a full thing.
What if you get the, what do you call it, Cyberpunk 79?
Oh, Cyberpunk 2099?
Yeah.
If right now, right, it's on sale on Amazon for $49-something.
Yeah. So if you have that game,
if you buy that, you can get it's free copy for the new
gen.
New gen, which I'm slowly thinking about doing it.
The thing is, I should get into that game, but I feel like I should be playing like Witcher 3, which is I know on Game Pass.
If you get into The Witcher, my God, you better not play any other game. I'm telling you that right now. You better not play any other game. You pretty much have to like, I'm sucking my out. It's like the Yakuza series, forget it. No, Witcher. It's like you have to get into The Witcher because you have to set yourself up for the long haul. That game is for the long haul. You know how I feel when I say Mass Effect is for the long haul?
Yeah.
It's like playing
all three
Mass Effects.
Yeah. I know.
We're including the DLC. Because there's so much story in The Witcher.
There's so much story.
And it's good too. Don't get me wrong. It's great. But it's like, it's a long gameplay. It's like, look, if you like pretty much like, if you was a dedicated YouTuber, yes.
I know.
But it's not like for us working full-time jobs, including me working 2 jobs. Like, pretty much low, I'm going to go with the Witcher setting and everything else. But like, nah, bro. You have to be dedicated to the cause.
But you know what is on Game Pass right now?
Witcher.
Yakuza.
The Yakuza Zero.
Also known as Like a Dragon in Japan.
That's what they call the translation?
When you see the beginning things like Ryugu Gatuko Studios, which is just the name of the entire studios, which is Like a Dragon. Mm-hmm. So that's...
Yakuza...
Yakuza is a more very like, it's a direct thing, like what it's going to be about.
Yep.
Yakuza, but not really. So we have Zero now on Xbox, and people cheered. I cheered. I'm like, hey, I'm so happy. But what does that mean for that weird spin-off they did for Yakuza? Because they did a spin-off that takes place in the Edo period of Japan with their samurais. And I see that. I'm like, that looks kind of fun, but I'm just like, what happened there? Yeah. We don't get that here. People say it's like it's not. It's
But
not
why? Well, and also there's the Fist of North Star too.
There's also Judgment.
Mm-hmm. Judgment I heard is good too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot going on for the studio, and I hope they do well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. I didn't say that. Did they say that Lost Paradise was supposed to be a PS only exclusive?
What do you mean? It is. It is.
Fist of the North Star.
For now, I think.
Oh, that's weird. Because Kiryu's in that game.
For many different reasons. Why not? That's what I'm saying. Why not?
And then now we're here just waiting for Part 7 for...
No Kiryu.
But
still.
I don't know. They said that for Part 3, but he was still in there anyways. It's funny now joining into that fandom now. Of like, oh, Yakuza games. I know it was just the running... silent horse inside for PlayStation 3 era. If you had the PlayStation 3 and would find where's the Yakuza games? Part 5 didn't even come out in the US, at least physically. You had to just download that all digitally. But now you can get it physically, technically, if you buy the collection. And I'm just like, should I really just buy the collection for that? Because then I'd have all 6 games physical copy for PlayStation. But I don't know, man. I just want to feel like I should just wait. I'm like, I'm in limbo.
I'm not.
But Zero for me, I've played Part 1. Part 1 is kind of like, you can tell it's kind of not all there because it's the first game.
Yeah.
But Kiwami did it better because they
changed it. They
upgraded the hell out of that one. Kiwami 2 was really good. I was like, oh, that was really cool. I like that a lot. It's a lot of over the top stuff that I enjoyed.
And this is Yakuza 0 Kiwami, right?
No, it's just called Zero.
Okay.
Kiwami just means remastered of 1 and 2. Because I think 1 and 2 would never got released on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I think Yakuza was on PlayStation 2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
First and second one were.
Yeah.
Because if you see the screens of that one, it's And I like looking up comparison videos of that and then the Kiwami. Just from PS2 to PS4. Because PS3, they're not they're not Kiwamiing that one. They're making that's just a remaster. Because it's pretty much high def, but it's all there. What was I gonna say? But yes, C2E2. My God, we went off of the path of C2E2 for that one. But I really enjoyed my time there too. Got to see some people. I was hoping hey, maybe we can run into Adam.
Savage.
Adam Savage on the.
He was too busy on his panel or thing over there.
people from Arrow. If you like the people from Arrow in there.
Yeah.
I think that show's just ended though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We know.
They have anime voice actors there.
Yeah, Ray Chase was there.
Yeah, the voice of Luffy, the dub, was there.
Who was it?
Colin Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, hey, they're guys from Ruby and Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, the Rooster Teeth. Yeah, that whole
that whole thing.
Rooster Teeth faction.
Matt Mercer.
Yeah, he was
Jotaro.
there too. Jotaro Kujo or High Noon.
Oh, they have the second part in of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on Netflix.
Second part?
It's technically the second part because part 1 and 2 are just in one part. Which I don't know why they do that, but yes, technically it's the second to them part because it's called like part 2. I'm like, but it's the third part. Stardust is on Netflix.
Okay, that's cool.
The more popular, most popular one out of all of them. And it's funny because I was looking through that, and they didn't, use the Americanized name for Vanilla Ice. They just said like, "Oh, Enter the Void, Vanilla Ice," and I'm like, "Oh." They put that in the title, but when I went to the episode, they still say Cool Ice in the dub and Cool Ice in the subtitle. And I'm like, someone forgot.
Yep, someone forgot, but it's okay.
It's kind of I was listening to a bit and dub, I'm like, yeah, the dub's not bad.
And the dub episode, pretty much the first Arriva Dochi came out.
Oh yeah,
yesterday.
Oh,
it was a good Arriva Dochi. Ray Chase, you did really freaking well.
What I did notice this year though, there's a lot of people doing My Hero. So that's broken the
Overwatch thing, the mainstream.
Yeah, it's broken into the mainstream now. So
because the movie came out too.
Yes, and I'll give you the review of that a little bit later.
Okay.
I was like, wow, My Hero's still going strong. That's cool. I like that. There's let's see, what was I see? What else did I see over there? So yeah, a lot of Marvel people. There was a lot of DC people there, cosplayers there too, and that's what I can tell from the general.
Then like sub pockets of pretty much video game cosplayers, like colliding different cosplayers of different mixture genres of different stuff.
I got myself a bunch of decals.
Yes, you did.
For my car and also my laptop, which is one right here.
Yeah, the laptop you are using.
So I was like looking through, and the only thing I saw that really caught my eye is I don't see this as often, which is the Mystery Science Theater 3000 decal, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. Yeah. I like that because you can see it and you'd be like, what is that supposed to be? Then you're like, it's Mystery Science Theater. Or it could just be some people sitting in theater seats.
Like, hey.
Whatever you think is all right. Got the Resident Evil, what do you call it? Biohazard / Star.
Yeah, the umbrella. The umbrella logo.
That's cool. And I feel bad because, man, I did it before where I put it on the outside, but I'm like, I'm putting him inside. We're not going to mess around.
Mess around the weather and just destroy everything else. And
because remember, last time I got was I got the One Piece one, which I re-got back. I just rebought it again because I was like, I still like it, all right? I'm just going to put it on there just for fun's sake. And then before it was the Overwatch one. I was like, I'm not going to get Overwatch this time.
Oh, why not, huh?
That was a different time in my life, yeah. Same way that you can say, oh, man, you should get
My Little Pony.
I'm like, very funny. Good joke. I like that.
Where's My Little Pony stuff? It's still here, right? Yeah.
It probably is. You want to do a scavenger hunt to that one?
Oh, yeah. I would take all your figs and say goodbye to them.
You wanted to get my Fig Newtons. I don't know why you want to do that. What was I saying? And I don't think I got anything else. I would have gotten a lanyard only because I need a new one for my keys. I got this really old. I got this old one from
Funimation.
This is the old Funimation logo right here.
Yeah, old school, keeping it old school.
So I was like, I should get a new one. But I like the way it is. It's not very.
I'm not into lanyards.
Well,
no.
If you had keys, I
have keys,
but. I like doing it with car keys. I like it like this. With regular keys, I'd have them in my pocket. Or whatever,
yeah. I got keys to my store and keys to my house, so I can. I remember was into lanyards at one point, but then I was like, just too much. Because then like we get like sticks out and everything else.
We didn't see any. What do you call it?
What snaps?
We didn't see any juggalos this time.
Juggalos? No juggalos.
Not this time.
No juggalos. Which
there may have been a juggalo. I don't know.
Well, not the day we went there.
Yeah.
So if there was a juggalo,
yeah.
Look, I had to say when I saw the juggalo last year, that made me laugh.
Twisted
so hard, and I was like, I can't.
I can't with this.
I can't with this.
Yeah, that is true.
So no juggalo sign makes me keep me insane. Everything else.
No, keeps you insane in the memory.
Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix, though.
Yeah.
Guess what show's on Netflix right now?
What's show on Netflix?
Gentefied. Technically, I say Gentefied because you're not supposed. I don't know. it's a pun.
Gentrification. Yeah.
It's a pun on gentrified and gente, which it means person in Spanish.
Yeah.
It's a show which I can describe only as this is the Spanish OC / the One Tree Hill.
Okay.
Because it's not, it's just people living their lives, and it's kind of like a teen drama kind of. And I was very heavy into the OC and the One Tree Hill.
I can tell, yeah. But you was into One Tree Hill? Like One Tree Hill, really?
I was. Hey, they had the stories there. I had a lot of time in my hands. And I was
think
like,
this podcast officially is over now.
The One Tree Podcast coming soon.
Yeah, starring you and
Chad
only
Michael Murray. What the hell happened to that man?
Yeah, because what happened to that man? He did One Tree Hill. That's what happened to the man.
I was into that really garbagey stuff back then, but it's OC was a little less because it was kind of
they was both
corny.
Okay.
It was.
I'm not gonna diss One Tree Hill or OC, but they didn't age well.
Oh yeah, they didn't age well.
And also when that time, like the OC was like only thing cool was about the OC. I remember I remember seeing a couple episodes. They had a lot of bands that I did kind of enjoy. I was like, oh, they featured on the OC. That's weird. They getting like little known indie bands, like pretty much a little shout. Like they had like the Strokes, and they had like Eagles of Death Metal. They had like when you see Interpol like featuring like a couple episodes and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But you just try and go back and either watching it on like say, I wonder if the old DVDs of it, because there's no remastered Blu-rays and everything else.
No, it's just the DVDs.
Just the DVD, the DVDs of it. I wonder if they kept the songs in it, licenses.
I don't know. I never watched it while it was on TV.
So
they could have. I mean, that's the thing. They changed the intro to House, which I really didn't like. They took out, Massive Attack. And I'm like, no, don't do that. That intro is like one of the best intros. But I guess you didn't really care for
I didn't really care.
Adrian Brody and his weirdness. He was one of the few people I know that they mentioned anime Blu-rays on TV, which I'm like, hey, that was like in 2000, I think 8 or 9 when it ended.
I didn't really care for Adrian Brody at all.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't care for that dude who ended up being like
who got shot. You got one meme out of this show.
Ooh, what you say?
Yeah, and even when I watched that scene, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what.
Yeah, that's kind of like. And that was at the end?
That was the end of season 2.
Got shot. It was Misha
Barton.
Misha Barton got shot?
No. It was a dude.
Oh, well, her boyfriend?
No, it was like, I think it was Ryan's brother or whatever. Ryan Atwood.
But what happened to Misha Barton though?
I don't know.
Like I don't remember. Like only I could think of the father of Misha Barton. He did something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
And like not this, I'm talking about like being acting. He kind of reminded the guy from Train, the lead singer for Train. But only person who like pretty much had a successful career, it was on the main character.
He became Gordon.
Yeah, he became Gordon. That's the only thing he became.
It?
That's it. He was supposed to be the next big hot thing, and he just became like that TV kind of. Then he did. I think he did. Did he do any movies? He probably did some movies.
He never did any movies.
No, he didn't do none.
I mean, pretty sure he did, but
nothing really great. Yeah. So he did like Southland, South Tales.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He just did like he was Gordon, and
so
that's
after Gotham ends, what's he got on his plate?
Can try another TV show. Like I need to stay on TV. I need to stay this like hot 30-something-year-old guy. Maybe 40s right now because he's Hollywood.
But the show I'm talking about, Gentefied, is a really good show. I really like it a lot. it's 90%, like about 80% Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a telenovela feel, but not like
is it
not over the top where it's like I'm back from the dead type of
oh
things.
no, that's so great though. I'm back from the dead tropes. But is it so you watching subtitles?
There's
okay, cool.
No, I think they the only thing is like they dub it into like Chinese or whatever stuff. But the original is like you watch it in Spanglish basically,
yeah,
where they speak Spanish and English, and there's a weird option where you can watch the entire thing in Spanish, which I'm like, did they just dub over their own Spanish, which is weird to me. I really like this show. Every character is great. It's like one of those shows that every character you understand the character. Like I get it. I get what they're going through. It's a struggle. It is. And guess what? One of the creators liked my tweet, which is. I consider this an absolute win.
Yeah. Win for you. It's a win for you. It's a win for me.
I just finished the show this afternoon, too. It's only like 10 episodes. And
so is it the first season's like 10 episodes? Or
first season's 10 episodes and it's 30 minutes long.
Okay.
So it's like a comedy / drama. And I'm like, I like the thing is like, when I see shows that are like hour longs on Netflix, I'm like, I don't know if I can get into stuff like that. But they're like, when I see something like, oh, they're 30 minutes, like, it's a lot easier to digest. I don't know what it is.
And depending,
for me, it's like that.
Depending on the hour, depends.
Yeah, exactly.
Depending if the story's really good. Like, that first season of Daredevil, it goes by fast.
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
But then, if you look at, like, a Jessica Jones type or, like, a Iron Fist, it drags.
Have you ever finished any of those?
No.
Here's the thing. Here's my scorecard right now. I finished season 1 of Daredevil. Season 2 and 3 of that too. I finished first season of Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I finished the first season of Jessica Jones. Yes.
I finished first of Iron Fist, and that was not that. I did not want to get through most.
Get to the second season.
Yeah.
What about the first season of Punisher?
I finished the first season of Punisher.
Well, second season.
I did not.
Okay. Well, we finished the first season of freaking Defenders.
Yes.
The only season.
The only season. Yeah, that is true. And I didn't finish season 2 of Luke Cage, of Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
So, because I was just like,
or like the Punisher as well
or
too.
The Punisher. I just felt so bad. It's like, this is not gonna get resolved, is it?
Because they canceled, so it's like I'm not gonna want to be invested. It's like, what's the end?
Because people say like, oh, actually, Iron Fist got good. I'm like,
I guess
you're probably right. I don't know because I never will.
I do not want to cross that journey, sir. I'm sorry.
And the same thing with they say like, oh, Jessica Jones season 2 is really good. I'm like,
I guess, but I do not want to.
They wasted their
journey.
Best character in the first season, though, man. For Jessica Jones. Wait, no. There's a second season. Oh, yeah, I saw the second season. They're talking about the third season of Jessica Jones.
No, there's no third season.
There is.
No, it's not.
The first season was with Purple Man. Second season was with her mom, who was also strong.
Yeah, but there's no third season.
There's a third season.
There's no third season of Jessica
Jones. A third season.
There's no third season of Jessica Jones.
Oh, my lord. Jessica Jones, third season.
I'm sorry. I don't have that information.
See, there you go. There's no information.
Thank you, Siri.
There's no information on that one. I'm going to look it up right now, too.
I can look it up, too.
Right.
See, season 3. There's 3 seasons.
There's 3 seasons?
There's 3 seasons.
When?
The third season came out, like, last year. And that was it. That was the last one.
Huh.
Exactly. It was like, what happened?
Huh.
Like I said, you see the second season of Jessica Jones?
I did not, because like the first season, because
they wasted it with the it was like, it was a good season.
It was a good season.
I think it was like, you can't bring any better villain than the Purple Man.
And the second season was about her mom.
Yeah, like she
Jessica
was like
Jones'
mom.
mom.
Oh, she was also strong. I think she may have been like the adoptive parent or something. But they did experiments on her, and she also had like strong powers too. So I was
and
like,
the third one's about like
I don't
stalker?
know. You tell me right now, like I have no idea. I didn't even get anywhere near the third season of Jessica Jones. So exactly, like what, that happened?
Yeah, like I guess that happened. Okay.
I don't know, man. That sucks for that thing right there. Here's a funny little thing that happened also. Have you been following the news on what do you call it? Interspecies Reviewers on Funimation. So Interspecies Reviewers is kind of like a really trashy show. It's like, so with this, The story is it's set in a fantasy setting, and it's got like 3 guys, and the whole premise of the show is they just sleep with different species of monster girl. One will be like, oh, we're fairies, wolf women, all that, and they just review it, which is like, this is how it is. And I'm pretty sure the show is it's getting close. Like, this is just hentai. If you thought Monster Girls, Every Dive with Monster Girls was trash, this is just like, you have not seen degeneracy like this. Because first, they ran the show on Funimation, on their app. And the show ran for like 4 episodes. And they even dubbed 1 episode.
Okay.
And I saw the first episode dubbed. And I'm like, huh, that's funny. And then the next day, when I watched it, they were like, oh, through much deliberation, we're going to take down the show because it doesn't fit our standards.
Oh, wow.
Because half that show is censored. So I'm watching it uncensored.
Censored? Really?
Yeah, it's censored. Oh, it's censored, man. So I'm just like, oh, man. It's getting a little spicy watching this show right here.
Oh, yeah. I am getting so much love on this freaking thing.
The tweet?
The tweet? Yeah, I sent out. I was to
You check your tweet activity just because?
Yeah, check your activity.
I do check it sometimes when I'm like, I want to see how this well listed. And sometimes when I do, like, for me, when I tweet, it's more like, oh, I'll hashtag something because, like, it's a part of the popular thing to get the clout, as people say.
Yeah.
And I check it. I'm like, oh man, that one did really good. The most best one I did was like when I replied to Xbox Game Pass.
Always the time.
People liked it. It was like, hey, I stole that meme.
Yeah. Nice. And always reply back to it.
Exactly. What was I gonna say? But yeah, that's what I do.
But no, talk about the that show.
Oh, Interspecies Reviewers?
Yeah, so it's just...
I'm watching it uncensored on Pornhub. Because it kind of just fits there. Like, oh, this works right here.
So, wait, it's on Pornhub?
I'm pretty sure it's not legally supposed to be on there, but it's on there. Because they see it, I'm just like, oof. Imagine someone walking in and watching it and be like, what the hell are you watching? Remember those jokes back then when people were like, what are you watching, hentai? Or just when I say anime, they immediately think it's all porn.
Hentai, yeah.
They just don't even call it hentai, they just call it anime porn or whatever.
Yeah.
They were right. We got to this point, like, yeah, you're right, because this is just what it is right now. Like and the Japanese people who, the channel that originally was airing it, dropped it too. So it's airing on their Adult Swim version of their channel equivalent over there. So it's honestly kind of funny. I'm like, damn.
So why are you watching this trash ass show?
I'm on Degenerate. That's why.
Like, why? There's nothing good for it. It only is like 4 episodes.
No, it's continuing.
Oh, it's continuing? I will not support a trash ass show.
Yeah, well, it's to me where I've gotten to the point now where when I watch anime shows, I've watched a lot of it, so it's like anything that's got little bit of like.
So you fell down to the rabbit hole. See, that's how they get you. Just
no.
They got you into that shit.
Hey, look, here's the thing. I'm all for that if it has a good point. If it doesn't have a good point, like...
Does it really have a good point?
No.
Okay, then you just then you contradict yourself right there.
Okay, the point was it's funny. The point for, like, I say Monster Girls was, like, it's kind of a decent story. And yes, you do see some weird stuff.
Some weird shit in Monster Girls, I understand that. But the thing is, you go, watching Monster Girls weird. If you read the fucking manga, that's like, holy this is fucking out there.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's just like, you know what? Look, don't get me wrong. I remember reading Monster Girls and everything else. And I was like, okay, this is weird. I was like, this is some weird fetish I can see someone get into.
That's probably it for me then. But I'm just like, I like.
But I have to say, Monster Girl had an interesting like story because it's just like, okay, doesn't matter how Darling is. What is the main character name?
I don't know.
I think something generic, Jack or something weird. It was but he had like pretty much all these different type of monsters, including humans, that Chief had a big crush on him as well too in the manga. But had these all different girls to want to be his girlfriend / wife, and he just not too sure. Also, he's into legs, so that's one thing. If you have a good leg game, then he will fall in love with you. But regardless, I just think it was like he just I just like he just had all these different women, just like, okay, this is the type of person who pretty much like, oh, he have all these different. If you want to go negative about these, are all these type of women who fallen from him, blah blah blah. It's like he's a caring individual. It just happens he just get these random, species of monsters that likes him. And then sleep with him, and then also
they don't sleep with him.
Not sleep with him, but not
this
sleep.
Is why
with
Interspecies Reviewers at least goes like, yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah, not sleep with him, but they like pretty much like be around his house and everything else. So try to sleep with him, but he's don't want to and everything else because it will break the law of humans and monsters and all this stuff here. And also having the government to set up all these different stuff in his place, like a fucking pool. Like a swimming, like aquarium in his house for this. It's just weird. That's like, man, it's kind of weird that the Japanese government or whatever country they in pretty much had all this set up for this one particular man.
Yeah.
Godspeed, my guy.
See, that's why I think I was like, when I watch Interspecies Reviewers, I'm more like, I just like watching it. It's fun.
Just no.
I'm not watching like High School DxD.
High School DxD is like...
I watched the first season, like, I like it. I mean, I do like the trashiness of it, but...
It's trash. Like, look...
But the story's not fun.
But they don't show... no nudes. They don't have no nudes in there.
They do.
Huh? They do?
The uncensored, yeah.
The uncensored, yeah, of course. Well, the uncensored, yeah. You sound like a trash weeaboo right now, sir. You are really showing your colors right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've never said that. I never said
you
I
are
wasn't.
really, really showing your colors. I do not support any trash weeaboo things that Mr. Joe Manuel says.
It's like whatever at this point. I mean, you're not gonna stop. You're not gonna stop the entire trash degenerate weeboos out there also from supporting it too. So
like I said, look,
I'm not gonna.
Look, man, I'm gonna put you in the same category as Todd Blackwell right now. Put you in the same category as Todd Blackwell.
Is that what it is?
Yes, you are pretty much in Todd Blackwell levels right now. The meme, Todd Blackwell.
Oh, the meme.
Yeah, meme approved Todd Blackwell. But the quote I was talking about on my Twitter is so shout outs to Chucks of Comics in Chicago, quote unquote. Well, I say quote unquote, but quote indeed. They this YouTube group run. I apologize because we had your information and we misplaced it. But go to youtube.com/chucksalaugh. It's this 2-person. I'm pretty sure they have more people, but I met Charlie, and I forgot what's the face name. I completely did forget, but it was nice to meet you guys. And you guys was hosting an hour podcast, like pretty much you fill your time slots and you can do your podcast at C2E2, like a live student audience, like live floor. And you guys had the Mad Time podcast. Shout out to Jay Washington, by the way, because it was great meeting him, in podcast, not me in podcast, but they was setting up. And I'm pretty much like, hey, good luck on the podcast. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, yeah, no doubt. And he did a great job doing with the live audience, pretty much being out there. And it was a different experience, too, because, I think it's kind of cool and awesome to pretty much to be, for us, we've been doing podcasts for almost over, 9 years. So 9 years, and now, pretty much for a platform, pretty much at a convention floor, doing a podcast, in pretty much with live studio audience, not live studio, but live audience come by hey, what's going on, guys, blah blah blah. I think that's kind of cool and weird, not cool and weird, but it's kind of I like the idea. I like the challenges. Pretty much you are talking on your feet and you come up oh, what topics on the fly or what things like that, because we do have not a script, but we have things what we talk about. We do kind of freeform. We do go out of tangents and stuff. But doing something like that, I give props to the Mad Time podcast for that. And I recommend you guys check out Jay Washington and his work, because he's doing some stuff. And also Chuck's Laugh too. Shouts to them too. And next time you guys doing a convention and then we all do it, we want to do a live podcast as well. So if we can get that going and we can get some arrangement and some setup, we would love to do a collaboration with you. Me and Joseph will be up for the challenge of doing that. I'm not sure if Ace Comic Con be coming up like in some like later falls and everything else, and we can get like press badges, and we would love to pretty much do Ace something. Comic-Con? It would be like pretty much in Navy Pier.
Oh, I thought you meant like Old Navy.
Old Navy. No, it was in the Navy Pier.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, oh yeah, that's right, that was that one.
Yeah,
there's Ace Comic Con and the. Yeah.
That was on Chicago Revolution. That was open.
Comic-Con Revolution.
Yeah, Comic-Con Revolution was in Rosemont.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like nice. Doing anything like that, I think would be kind of cool. You would say, I would say not challenging, but it's a challenge. But if we will accept it for the challenge, because it would be something out of our atmosphere, because it's just us two in the room. But now it's like, hey, there's a big famous. No, we have a blue microphone, but it's like, hey, it's a big recording microphone and headsets, and it's like, oh, we can actually like there's levels and stuff. Because us is like, right now it's just pretty much just like we are like pretty much recording and like our editors as well. But then have someone be like, okay, your levels are good, like this and that, and then have someone else like watching the screen while we just sit there and talk. That'd be something like amazing. Like, oh my god, we get to like up to that level. I think it'd be like mind blowing.
I'm up for exposing my degeneracy to the public.
But I explore to it, and like I said, our podcast is pretty much we do curse and we do pretty much.
That's what I think. Like, I don't know if that's a.
No, he said no. You can. Okay. No, like the Mad Time podcast was dropping. He pretty much warned. He's like, hey, you guys know about my podcast, right? So I just want to give y'all fair warning, because there will be some words in that's not meant for all. So yeah, I think they don't mind with that at all. Cool. If it is, then we can make. Look,
it's hard. It is hard to do.
No, we did a clean podcast before. Okay, it's not that hard to do a clean podcast. It just pretty much we just change the inserts and stuff. But other than that, no, we can be professional. So don't deny it. Like, oh, can you be professional? Yes, we can. Everything else, it just pretty much no. Depending how fashionable we can do it just a damn or aw shucks. But we love to drop fucking bombs.
Ah, jeez, Rick.
No, jeez, Rick. No.
Let's talk about a movie that I watched. Terminator Dark Fate.
No, was it a Dark Fate?
I watched it for free because Sprint gave me a free rental. So I was like...
Oh, wait, hold on. They did?
Well, for Fandango.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly, I'm like, where's our... I want that T-Mobile-ness,
well,
maybe.
because there's a merger coming soon, so we getting that soon.
That's what I'm saying. I want it now.
No.
I know, but you get a free... SD rental from Sprint. You can use Fandango, which I'm like, oh wow, that's very restrictive. But I do it anyways because I'm in for the free.
Yeah, I'm in for the free, man.
I also watched The Farewell last night too, on Amazon, the one with Aquafina in it.
Yeah.
It's okay. People are saying like it's good, it's great. I was like, I liked it, but I don't know. I'm not really connected as much to. I know this is gonna sound like a real weird thing to say. Like, I'm just not as connected as much to my family as this. If you're connected to your family, you watch this, you'd be like, oh man, it's so sad. I'm like, I get it.
But what about the Dark Fate?
Dark Fate. So in this line of movies of Terminator, we got 1, 2, 3. Salvation, Genesis. Now this one is the 6th movie, and so far there's only been 2.
2 good ones.
2 good ones,
and the rest has been trash.
I don't consider this trash, but I consider it unnecessary.
So take out the 2 first movies. Which one is pretty much
all of them? This is the best one out of Salvation and for Genesis.
And 3.
Yes.
Dark Fate is better than all of it.
Because it at least had some of a point, even though it is kind of just copying Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Because this is like, oh, this is just from Judgment Day again. They really don't push any envelopes with this one. The only thing is like, oh, she's a Terminator now, and she's not technically a Terminator. She's just enhanced.
Enhanced human.
Yeah, so I guess that's sometimes cool. I'm like, she has short bursts of energy, but then she can crash because her body's not used to it. I'm just like,
Like, okay.
And then they sent the other Terminator back, and I've said this once before, I'll say it again. He does not look as threatening as any other anti-Terminators they've had, in the past.
Which one you say the best anti-Terminator?
Patrick Wilson.
Yes. That look was
yes. No, he was just like the stone cold run.
Killer, yes.
Oh, it's the best one out of all of them.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Out of, other than Arnold, which is the original first anti-Terminator.
Well, he you mean just Terminator?
Just Terminator.
But you mean just Terminator, bro?
The third one with Christiana Loken, which I'm just like, she was not as threatening, but I can understand if she gets, she's got like
she got the technology by her sides.
Who was the anti-Terminator inside Part 5 or Genesis? I don't even remember. Was it
Genesis? It was on Matt Smith.
Oh yeah, no, but then
it was
basically gone after because I remember it was the Asian cop guy. He also had the same powers as
the T-1000.
Yeah.
It was on what's his face? It was on John Connor.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That big John Connor is a Terminator thing.
Oh man, they completely erased everything that happened for those 3 movies. Honestly, it's made by the guy who made what do you call it? Deadpool. So there's some action. Like, okay, I like that. That's cool right there. But there's like big spoilery thing happens in the beginning, and you're just like, why? Why would you do that?
Talk about Genesis or this
no.
In Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
Okay.
And I'm like, why would you do that? That's
because
just
you can.
Pointless, right there.
Because you can.
And in the trailer, you already see like, there's a, the whole thing of like, there's Arnold's back, which like they shouldn't have showed that right there. That's one of your things.
They did.
Because I think he's been in all of them, even though in Salvation he was just as a 3D CG young one. Out of all, I think the worst one out of all of them was Salvation, because it was just the most boring, just worthless movie. Like there was nothing to it. It was just okay, so what's happened after Doomsday, and now they're just living in that world, and it was just dumb. I will say that right now. But don't let your love for the second. I know more people like the second one than the first, and out of all of the Terminator movies, and I can agree with that. I'm on that boat, and you're more in the whole. You like Terminator 1 more than.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I like Terminator 2, but Terminator 1, I love Terminator 2, but Terminator 1 does have a special place in my heart because it feels like it's more like the ending. The end is unknown for Sarah Connor, and Part 2 is more like, kind of like a happy ending ish.
That's the thing, though. They've sent 3 Terminators back in the past already. Yeah. They you can't kill.
You can't kill. You can't do this. You can't blah blah.
That's the thing with time travel. So it's like you already know the whole thing time. It's inevitable. What Arnold said already, it's inevitable. You can't stop Judgment Day. So what's the point of sending these Terminators back?
Yeah, just to send them back.
Because I think in Part 3 you said that didn't we stop it or whatever?
No, you just postponed it.
Yeah, he's like you just postponed him. Well, thanks.
Thanks, guy. Thanks.
So everything's kind of been a spit in the face of every single part, at least Part 1 and 2. Because wasn't that supposed to be a thing of Part 2? We stopped it, right?
Yeah.
So,
nope. You thought you stopped it.
Yeah, it was so dumb. I'm just like,
you thought, motherfucker. But guess what?
So there's always been a gimmick, I guess, with the anti-Terminators, because Part 2 was he's liquid metal. Third one, she's got the weapons, and fifth one with Genesis, I don't know what his gimmick was. He was just
Genesis
with John Connor.
John Connor was he was the upgraded model of the predecessor of Terminator, because he was more he was man, but he was also machine. So he had nanonites, I believe.
This one is kind of the same thing. He's got he can do liquid stuff too, but he can separate himself from the T-1000 skeleton or Terminator skeleton, T-800, and he can separate and be 2 people at once. So he's kind of got the same stuff of he can do the blades with his hands. Okay, sure. But it's honestly the action was there. You had some fun stuff you saw. Then the Hamilton's back, and she,
being Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird to be we kind of had the same thing with Halloween last year.
Yeah.
With it was kind of a reboot, kind of a sequel, and this is what that was. People were just like, we just want the old characters back in here. And all in all, I'm like, I guess this is better than all of them, so it'd be, by default, it's the third best Terminator movie. But it's just dumb. It really is. Because I was thinking, like, how are you going to kill this thing now? Because at least with part 2, it was cool. Because, like, oh yeah, that's right, you can melt them. You know? And this one, I'm just like, oh, that's how. That's kind of lame, but whatever. But there's a new trailer out right now for the Candyman.
Yeah.
And I never saw the original Candyman.
Oh, really?
Have you seen the original Candyman?
Yes. I saw, like, many different versions of Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman. Farewell to the Flesh, is that one of them?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I don't remember, but I think so.
But it's a Jordan Peele produced movie. And for me, I'm like, I've never seen the original, so I'm like, I'm gonna be going in it, you know, with a fresh
mindset.
perspective.
Yeah.
And since it is the fact that, okay, well, they filmed in Chicago, and that's cool, I guess, you know. What was the last Chicago thing we saw? It was like what, Death Wish?
No.
Wish and,
there was the Child's Play.
Oh,
It's just Chicago.
but we didn't watch it. I mean, like, we watched it.
Watch a movie that we watch and shit.
Rampage, maybe. Did Rampage come out after?
Yeah, Rampage came before
Death Wish.
So it was Death Wish, then Rampage. So
we don't get a lot of.
The best Chicago movie you want to mention?
What?
Dark Knight.
Oh yeah,
Returns.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know, but I mean, like, recently we haven't got the best.
Well, no, they was good. They own different ways, but Terminator, it was not like
Terminator. Transformers 3 was in Chicago.
Not from that? You will love that movie. I don't at all.
The Dark Knight. Yeah, that's right. We got the Dark Knight and Rises too.
No, we didn't get Rises. No,
oh.
Rises was filmed in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, filmed in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
But we did get a little bit of.
We got like the Batman Begins.
Yeah.
And then the Dark Knight Returns, but not Rises. That was Pittsburgh.
Wow. We also had Batman v Superman. Well, I know because they did it for just the beginning part, just with Bruce Wayne's parents dead. That's it.
No.
Yeah, remember they put up the whole old school signs for the Mask of Zorro.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that was like beginning, but everything else, everything else I think was filmed somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was filmed somewhere else. But hey, we got the Candyman now. That's cool, huh?
I think there's another different movies that's filmed in Chicago. I just can't think of.
You mean other than Ferris Bueller?
Ferris Bueller was still a good one. Married with Children was a good one as well too.
We talked about this last time. Let's see, films in Chicago, other than Dark Knight. Let's see what you got here. One of the first things they have is Chirac. Oh yeah, I forgot that it wasn't Chirac.
We will not mention that at all.
Divergent apparently was filmed in.
Who?
Divergent was in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Barbershop. Oh yeah, I remember Barbershop.
Barbershop 1, 2, I think Dress.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's not less of a Chicago.
That's more suburban.
Wayne's World.
Oh yeah, Aurora. Yep.
Widows was apparently in Chicago. I didn't know that.
Wow. Okay.
Blues Brothers. Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like the Divergent in movies were in Chicago for some reason. Public Enemies was in Chicago.
I remember Public Enemies. Yep.
The Fugitive apparently too.
Yeah. Oh, The Fugitive is another great Chicago movie.
Hoop Dreams.
Yeah, that was more documentary.
Yeah, and also Chicago itself. that musical. I never saw that.
Nope.
Risky Business was in Chicago?
Yes, it was. That pool hall movie, I believe. No, that Risky Business was on This Guy's in His Underwear, right?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I know that. Well, there you go.
Well,
we got some stuff. We got some stuff here. We don't... Anyways. Yeah. So that's trailers coming out. Are we going to watch it? Maybe. We'll see. If it comes out with good, reviews and all that stuff, we'll get into that. But the last thing I want to talk about is the My Hero Academia movie, Heroes Rising.
Okay, please tell me about it, sir.
I'm going to have two different things for this thing.
Okay.
Which is the actual review and everything else with around that review.
Okay.
I do like the My Hero Academia series, manga and anime. I'll just go with anime now because that's one that's captured the American eye, and so these movies are non-canon. They're not supposed to be.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, they'd be like, where does this fit in the whole thing? I'm pretty sure it takes place after All for One.
Yeah.
Because they don't even mention the big three inside this in this part. So it's like, oh, so it's after like episode 70 but before like 78. Okay, that's cool. Because they did a lead-in for the first movie. In like season 2 or 3, I believe, they were like, oh, hey, we can go to this island. And, that leads into the movie. It was just a weird little setup.
Like, hey, this goes in the island. Do.
And so we watched it. And it was me, Pierre, we watched that movie. It's the first time I ever watched it dubbed. I've always been watching it sub up until this point. And the dub is like, okay, they got good dub voices. Like, it's pretty much
Detroit Smash?
Yeah. They've got, like, what are the closest thing they can get to what it sounds like. That's cool. It was, so, I've been watching, like, anime movies so far inside in Americas now. And I've watched, like, One Piece Stampede. I watched Promare. I watched the other My Hero movie. So it's getting kind of cool. Like, oh, we're getting anime movies now in America. That's kind of crazy. Because back then, when I watched the first movie, there's only like 1 or 2 showings on that day. So when I watched it, it was packed. That first movie. The second one, this time around, they had like at least a couple showings. They had like 3 showings that day plus like the rest of the week. So there, it's not like a really big time restriction on watching this movie. Gotcha. So it's kind of like there's less people there, but like, okay, that's cool. So I'll tell you what the movie I think. Like, I think it's a good movie. The animation's great, and if you like these characters, you'll be like, oh yeah, more of them, please. And so the ending's kind of weird, because it looks like it's literally gonna be the end of the series. But they're like, they pull a thing like, oh no, that's not.
Gotcha.
Todoroki was weirdly unpowered in this movie.
Who's Todoroki?
He's the one with he's got the burn on his eye. He's like
the
fire and ice.
The one who's always yelling a lot?
That's Bakugo, man.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, he's got the ice and fire powers.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm guessing he's supposedly very strong.
Is that the Awful One's son?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's Endeavor's son.
Who's Endeavor?
He's the other. He's now currently the number 1 pro hero inside that show.
Okay. Well, who's the Awful One? What Awful One's doing?
All for One was the villain, but he's
the villain now. Not Awful One. I think
One for All.
One for All. Is he number 1? Is he the best hero?
No, not anymore.
So what happened to him? What do you mean?
And if you've watched the series, he's lost the power to One for All.
Oh, okay.
Because he had to fight All for One.
Okay. I don't know.
Spoilers for the show, but
2 mean ones, everything else.
So yeah, because they fight like one dude who's like pretty powerful, but I was like, I think Totoro can take him, and I'm like, no, he can't. I'm like, what? He was like number 1 in the training arc. I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. And then you see Deku doing his moves along with Bakugo. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's my review of the movie. My review of the people in that theater, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a dude in the theater, literally like behind us and down to the right. I will probably put this down as probably on par with the worst crowd I've been in.
Yeah.
The first one being when me and you watched what do you call it, Rampage?
Yeah.
That crowd was so bad. I was like, oh my god. This dude, I think, watches anime only in his room by himself, because he doesn't watch it in public space. Because when we were watching it, no, this dude behind us.
Okay, gotcha.
Because he talked throughout the entire thing, and anytime there's a hype moment inside the movie, he was like, "Oh, you stupid! You stupid!" I'm like, oh.
He was like, headache.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
I was so close.
Place.
I was so close. I was like, oh my god, please stop. But then, do I look? Am I going to be the asshole in this thing? Because everyone just kind of just let it happen. And I'm pretty sure everyone was just like, was on the same page of like, please stop. I get it. You like the anime and everything, but there's a place for this stuff right there. it's like more accepted if like I guess everyone was doing it, because for Endgame it was not
known for it. Yeah,
he was at a 10. Everyone in the theater was like around 7 or 8. You know, they're not going loudly everything about it. But this dude, he was just like everything is like when you can tell when a hype moment was gonna come up, because I can just tell like, oh, he's gonna pop in right now, because that's how anime works. He pops in, he's like, oh yeah, get him. And I'm like, oh. Here's my theory with this. I think this is only the dub crowd, because the dub crowd is not usually as more respectful as the sub crowd. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. So far my hypothesis has been I've seen most movies sub in the theaters, and they're always been respectful of stuff like that. They're always like, yay, all right, cool. I reread this stuff too. I like that. But this is the first time I've been in this crowd. I'm just like, wow, really? You're gonna do this right now? And also, I don't know what's happening, but there was a girl that was like front left of us, was just crying about 60% of the movie.
Gotcha.
Because she was so invested into what's happening, because she probably thought like they were gonna die in that movie. And I'm like, see, I can accept that, because you know why? Because she's into it.
The moves are getting to her. I understand it. I respect it.
Yeah. And I just looked up here. I'm just like, why? Why does this gotta happen now? Out of all things. But anyways, yes. That's my review of that movie right there.
Yep.
I guess we'll see you all
next time.
Where
they can find us at?
The Dead Pixels, the internet.podbean.com.
Yeah, where?
What do you mean, where?
Yeah, we're the Dead Pixels, the internet.podbean.com, but we also on YouTube, youtube.com/
Dead Pixels Internet.
Yeah, we on there. Also, I do a Let's Play gameplay with my friend Mrs. Sanjikik. YouTube.com/ The Obscure Trio Chicago. Also, we have our podcast. You can look us up podcast. So on the Apple Podcast, on Stitcher, on Spotify. Just type up the Dead Pixels of the Internet and we will pop up. Go to our home site, like on deadpixelsinternet.podbean.com. It has all the listing, all our episodes. So on episode 432, I don't think we mentioned that before, but this is episode 432. I don't know, it was an hour ago. Who knows? But 432, all the way to episode 1 and 0, and our reviews. And thanks again to C32 for letting us cover the convention. We have different convention reviews we do as well, and other product reviews, such as games. Games.
Yeah.
Let's see, anything else?
Go to our Facebook.com/ the Dead Pixels the Internet.
Yeah.
Go on Spotify. Yeah, go on Spotify, which is funny too, because I looked at like one of our more heavily played episode, and I think I just titled it the right thing. That's the thing. I called it Limp Bizkit, Incubus, and something else. It was another band, and it has like almost 300 or 400 hits, and I'm like, well, I think they probably think they're gonna listen to Limp Bizkit.
Do we listen to Limp Bizkit? Look into my eyes!
I still do. The old stuff. Then she decides to flame, burn up her brain.
But let's see, trying to think. On the Twitter, so my Twitter is Broken Hacks Around, and your Twitter is
Joe Manuel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more active on it now.
Yeah, I'm active too.
Yeah.
We both are active.
I'm saying I'm more active than I was before.
Yeah. I told you, I campaigned my 2019 campaign to get back Joseph on Twitter, and I did it. So mission complete.
Yeah, mission. Ladies and gentlemen,
mission, we got him. We got him, motherfucker.
This has been the Dead Pixels of the Internet.
Ruining the hype since 2011. We got him.